As you guys may know, there's a whole lot of investment fraudsters within the South African Forex industry. And you guys know me, I compiled a list for you guys so you don't have to run over your feet searching for them. Here is part 1 of my list of investment fraudsters in South Africa. This month we are giving away this laptop. It is a Lenovo i3 laptop and it is to the value of 7,000 Rand. Now all you need to do to stand in line for this giveaway is head over to the link in my description, check out the website of the FSCA regulated broker HFM, and the next steps will get you in. Open an account, deposit funds and trade. It's that simple. Your account number will then go into the lucky draw, which will be held at the end of this month. And I'm very certain some, if not all of you, many of you maybe, have seen the video where we give away the very first laptop to our very first winner. So do not delay, enter today. And this isn't the only reason why I am plugging HFM to you guys. They have been around for over 13 years. They do provide you guys with a safe and secure trading environment, and you can easily check them out on the FSCA's website. All you need to do is type in the number 46632 and you guys will see they are indeed regulated with the FSCA. They have convenient platform options to suit your needs, as well as multiple account types to suit your pocket. They have great trading conditions, and I'm very certain the bonuses will intrigue you. They have a 50% welcome bonus for new traders. They have a 30% rescue bonus. They have a 100% supercharged bonus and a 100% credit bonus. They have over 60 awards to prove their efficacy and to prove their customer service. So like I said, don't delay, use the link in my description to sign up for an account with the FSCA regulated broker HFM today. Now let's get into today's content. The first investment fraudster that I want to talk about is David Wimpy Kibido. I want to show you guys that you do not need to be tech savvy to scam people out of 80 million Rand. All you need to do is have a smooth tongue. David Wimpy Kibido is a much older guy that had 12,000 investors. This guy is so technical illiterate that he doesn't even know how to make thumbnails to his YouTube videos, yet this guy has 12,000 investors. So basically he gained notoriety and popularity with an older crowd, and you guys can most definitely guess when this happens, he is most definitely dealing with old money, saved up money and pensions. Now with that said, this guy took a whole lot of people's retiring pensions because like I said, he raised about 80 million Rand out of 12,000 people. So you guys can imagine how much money some people invested. Now the main reason I believe why people invested with him is because he promised people a monthly return, guaranteed return no less, of 116%. Now that is ludicrous. That is highly disingenuous. And if it doesn't stop there, this guy scammed people many years ago, but he still had people hanging on for the 18th of December of 2018, 2019 and 2020. Now it has been alleged by the Son newspaper that the hawks went into this guy's house and confiscated black bags of money. Now when you see this happening, you can only think of one thing: money laundering. Now I'm not gonna place that upon Wimpy because I don't have any evidence for that. I'm just saying that is what is immediately jumping into my head. But to his investors, this was really harsh news, and for one family this had really bad detrimental circumstances, as one of their family members turned suicidal, but before they turned the gun on themselves, they killed the people that was with them in the house. So number one, definitely Wimpy. Number 2 is Shepherd Bushiri. Now I know I'm gonna get a whole lot of flack for this. I don't care. Shepherd Bushiri needs to be spoken about, as this is also one of the people that steps up to the altar of the church and preaches a whole lot of values about truth and being a good human being, yet he has a whole 102 million rand fraud case against him. And when him and his wife was granted bail on this, they fled the country. And you guys must now just imagine, keep this in mind, his case was worth 102 million rand, yet the South African government deems it fit to put his bail at 200,000 rand. What garbage is that? Man's paid it, promised he won't flee, and disingenuously fled South Africa. Now, after many investigations, the court had enough of them and their postponements and told them, listen, if you are not gonna come to court with everything in tow, there's gonna be some serious consequences. Now, to give you guys an idea of how serious this is, indictments were served on all of the accused. One of them have even been put on surveillance so that that person doesn't leave the country. That's how serious this is. And won't you guys believe this? Old disingenuous Bushiri, as you would have it, he tried to have the media barred so that nobody would know what is going down, so that he can still keep his image of Papa to some. You know, I just want to smack that people that calls him Papa. Within this coming short days, you guys are most definitely gonna get an update from me, because their court proceedings will continue on the 20th of this month. I'm on the edge of the seat, my bro. Louis Jr. Chikane is on my list as number 3 for that undercover millionaires, undercover billionaires thing he had going on. Gaining notoriety on social media and a following won't be that hard, because like I said, his father had a legacy, and in case you guys are wondering what that legacy was, his father was Kaiser Chiefs' spokesperson. So everybody in the soccer world and on TV basically knew who they was. And when it comes to TV, to make matters worse, Louis Chikane Jr. was featured on a Vuzu Richest Kids episode, and I believe that episode was just a stunt for Louis to lure people to invest into his undercover billionaires things that he had going on. I bet Nomuzi Mabena must really feel like a Mabena, because he totally played that girl in that episode. Now, what puts Louis Chikane Jr. on my list as number 3 is that he has been charged with fraud, money laundering, and the contravention of the Banks Act. And I need you guys to understand, this case was initiated by one complaint, and other people got sniff of it, and it later grew to 500 people with a total of over 22 million rand. So I'm telling you guys, when I come with one complaint, you guys must stop forcing things and telling me, oh, it's just one, it's just one. Look here, one snowballed into 500, which was later 22 million rand. What do you guys have to say about that now? One hit wonder turned into a 500 hit wonder? Stop playing with me. Now, according to me, Louis Chikane Jr. was down bad so hard that he let himself slip one time by asking Andile Maisela to invest into his things. And you guys, I think it was probably undercover billionaires or undercover millionaires or something like that, or it could be probably around the time that he had that coin minted, but he let himself slip. He let Andile Maisela saw his cracks, and then Andile Maisela let the world know that Louis Chikane Jr. asked me for 300,000 rand investment for a 25% monthly return on investment. Now, that is disingenuous on both parties. Number 4 on my list, and I want to end part 1 on a high note, is Prince Mazibuko. And you guys know, we have spoken about him in the past, where we spoke about all of the counts of fraud that he had against him, and we spoke about his involvement in that Pala situation concerning the president. But the reason why he made this list is because this guy was charged by the Hawks Serious Organized Crime Unit. Now you guys must understand, you must be catching on serious cuck to be tangling with those people. Now you guys heard me talk about all of these counts. This guy had a count of 194 counts of fraud, theft, and contravention of various banks acts. So this man just wasn't busy with one route of scamming. Yay! I'm telling you guys, it's much safer to leave your money with someone that is authorized and FSCA regulated, so you don't have the stresses of this. Now, this is also someone with a whole lot of honey around his lips, and you guys must understand what made people eat his words is the fact that this guy was promising them 80% monthly returns. Now, I mean, when you look at his lifestyle, the cars that he was driving at the time, the clothes he was wearing, maybe you would have believed him. So I'm not gonna hold anyone into a bad light here for giving this guy the money. Now, as you guys could have guessed, it all fell flat. 80% monthly returns. This guy never paid the promised returns, and you guys can most definitely imagine what kind of circumstances that had for the victims mentally, because now they're not gonna trust a single person again. And guys, for the umpteenth time, forex trading is not a scam. It's just these people within this industry that's scamming other people. The market didn't scam you. Prince Mazibuko did. Sandy Leshezi did. Grootman did. Not the market. Prince Mazibuko is on my list because his scam garnered him a total of 735,000 rand. That is almost R1 million. And you guys can imagine how soft that man was living with that money. But in the end, like everyone else on the list, reality and the law caught up to him. One thing that is really sad that I bet none of you noticed here, and is something that I continuously talk about, is that when people play with God's word, you will most definitely feel the circumstances when you lead his children astray. David Wimpy, church leader. Everyone here knows who Bushiri is. Chikane Jr, always preaching God on his Instagram. And then last but not least, Prince Mazibuko, also one of the prominent church leaders in his area. And evidently, if you are gonna be blasphemous and disingenuous to play with God's name, he's gonna lift you up and then tear you down in front of the people so that others can see the example of what happens to you when you deceive people. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you guys in my next video.